Children, already we know that from the first law of thermodynamics, the energy of the universe is conserved. So let us consider the following process. A glass of hot water, it loses heat energy to the surrounding and becomes cold. This happens spontaneously. Spontaneously means by itself. At the same time, when you mix hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide, we will get sodium chloride and water with the evolution of some energy or heat. In both these cases, the total energy is conserved and it is consistent with the first law of thermodynamics. But the reverse process, that is cold water becoming cold water, this is cold water becoming hot by absorbing heat from the surrounding by its own. However, the cold can become hot by only the supply of energy. By its own, it won't take place. Cold body becoming into hot. By its own, it's never. Only by some external energy, this cold body becomes hot. Similarly, the solution of sodium chloride does not absorb heat energy by its own to form hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. This also needs some external energy. So, in order to explain the feasibility of this possibility of this process, we need the second law of thermodynamics. First law can't explain. So, the second law of thermodynamics introduces another state function called entropy. Entropy, shortly, if you are saying, means disorder or randomness. In your book, it is given 3 diagrams. Here, in a jar, this is solid. Solid means it is closely, tightly packed as it is. Liquid, see, some disorder. Gas, more disorderliness. So, disorder means arrangement is not clear. So, gas having more entropy, that is called entropy, randomness. Liquid less, then solid is no entropy. So, entropy is defined. How we can define entropy? So, this entropy can be defined as randomness or for solid less entropy, gas lot of entropy, because gas molecules can move here and there. So, based upon this, there's a statement called entropy statement. It is defined as entropy of an isolated system increases during a spontaneous process. For example, either reversible or irreversible, change in entropy for universe is always 0 or positive value. For example, consider an universe. Universe has 2 bodies. One is the hot body. Temperature is T1, it's very high. Another one is the cold body. Temperature T2. Now, heat transfers from T1 to T2 happens spontaneously. That is Q amount of heat. It is possible, but it gains heat and the heat becomes more from here to here. But never the cold becomes into hot. Here the kinetic energy increases, so entropy changes. But never this cold body becomes into hot body by its own. This is the universe. So it is said that delta S universe, that is delta S hot body plus delta S cold body, 2 systems. This is the universe. So it is given the value minus q by T1. Minus means here hot body heat is lost, so minus. Cold body gains heat, so q plus q by T2. So since it is minus, we can rearrange q by T2 minus q by T1. So here T1 is always greater than T2. That is delta S universe is greater than equal to 0. In the universe, heat becomes increased. So in your book it is given the entropy statement. Entropy of an isolated system increases during a spontaneous process. This definition you have to learn. Entropy of an isolated system increases during a spontaneous process. Next, another definition we are going to learn, Kelvin Planck. Already we know engines. Now none of the engine will function for 100% efficiency. 100% energy will not be converted into work. It works only 40% below. If it want to get 100% means heat energy should be converted to kinetic energy, but this not happens. 100% work done by a machine will not happen. For example, in your home you are cooking dosa, supplying heat. So all the supplied heat will not be used by this dosa. Some heat is lost. After switch off the gas stove also, the vessel still it is hot for some more time. Can you observe? When you switch off the burner, even the vessel, the dosa vessel still remains hot for some time. So the 100% heat will not be used by the dosa to cook. So there is some heat loss. So quality of energy always decreased due to the actual process and the entropy get increased. So it is said that it is impossible, the definition for Kelvin Planck, it is impossible to construct a machine that absorbs heat from a hot source and converts it completely into work by a cyclic process without transferring a part of heat to a cold sink given in a book. This you have to boycott. 100% input, it's impossible. So generally it is given as eta is equal to QH. H means heat absorbed from the hot reservoir, modulus. QC. C means heat transferred to cold reservoir by QH. So dividing the both, we are getting eta is equal to 1 minus QC by QH. So for a reversible cyclic process, already we know delta S universe is equal to delta S system plus surrounding. Delta S system plus surrounding. Now if you are taking delta S system means minus delta S surrounding. So from this efficiency in percentage, we are getting 1 minus Tc by Th. C means heat transferred, temperature of the cold reservoir, temperature of the hot reservoir into 100 from Kelvin Planck statement. So third law, Clausius statement. Clausius statement means consider a hot coffee, temperature 60 degree. Now the normal temperature, that is surrounding the hot coffee vessel, 60 degrees Celsius, surrounding it consider as 30 degrees Celsius, normal temperature in surrounding. Sometimes 60 degrees Celsius can be converted to 30 degrees Celsius, but 30 degree will not be converted to 60 degrees, impossible. So Clausius statement, it says that It is impossible to transfer heat from a cold reservoir to a hot reservoir without doing some work. Book it is given the law 211. So based upon that, so percentage efficiency, it is given as TH minus TC by TH into 100. TH means hot reservoir, C means cold reservoir. That both you have to subtract hot, cold, subtract by the hot reservoir into 100. This gives the efficiency. So, in second law of thermodynamics, you have to learn the three definitions: entropy statement, Kelvin-Planck statement, Clausius statement. Next, entropy S is equal to heat energy exchanged, that is already I told, Q divided by T. So therefore, unit of SI unit of entropy is Joule per Kelvin. Joule for heat, Kelvin for temperature. Joule per Kelvin.